Organizing members?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, I think we can start now.
Yes, Parvati, please go ahead.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
A very warm good morning to everyone. I am Viharika of 3rd EC. I consider it as a great honor to welcome Dr. KVN Sunita Garu, founder principal of BVRIT College of Engineering for Women, onto the dais. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Viharika.
May I invite the chief guest, Mr. Ramnik Garu, onto the dais. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
I'm glad to invite Dr. Parvati ma'am onto the platform.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Viharika.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we look forward to the presence of IEEE SB Chair, Ms. Turiya, to grace the dais. Thank you, Ms. Turiya. With the equal pleasure, invite IEEE CIS GRS Joint Chapter Chair, Ms. M. Sai Vilita, onto the dais. Thank you, M. Sai Vilita.
A very good morning to all the respected dignitaries, faculty members, and my dear friends. I am Bhavna of 2nd EC. Heartily welcome you all to the IEEE Annual Day celebration on the behalf of IEEE Student Branch of BVRIT. On this occasion, let us introduce little about our IEEE SB. IEEE SB at BVRIT with a logo named Udbhava is started on 15th May 2014. Under the guidance of Honorable Advisor Dr. KVN Sunita Garu, founder principal of BVRIT Hyderabad College of Engineering for Women, and the then SB counselor, Mrs. M. Pravina Ma'am, Associate Professor of EC Department. With the inspiration of student members, we also started IEEE CIS GRS Joint Chapter on 8th January 2019.
Since we have crossed 6 years span with good number of activities, workshops, seminars under the banner of IEEE SB, and it has become a tradition to celebrate IEEE Annual Day to recap the memorable events and reform the ExCom body members in the presence of dignitaries. On this occasion, I welcome all you be a part of this event to make it a grand success. Now, I would like to invite IEEE present SB Chair, Ms. Turiya, to share her experience with us.
Good morning, everyone. I am Turiya Dandu. Hope everybody is doing good and are feeling well. A year ago, we were celebrating this event with very high spirits and energy in our college. And I'm very excited to see that we're all here present doing the same. It has been 6 years since IEEE was started in our college. I'm very proud to say that I was a part of this student branch and I've even led it for a year. We were always a very active student branch and we didn't let the pandemic interfere with this. During the pandemic, we conducted various events. One such event was a national level technical quiz, which saw participation of 250 plus people. Managing these kinds of events was a completely new arena for us, but through which we learned a lot of new skills for which, for the future. Being a part of this student branch is surely one of the highlights of my college experience. It gave me a lot of exposure to my seniors, to the people in other branches in my college. I was also a part of IEEE Hyderabad. I was a part of their public relations team, which opened up a lot of new avenues and experience for me. Without this whole experience of the past 2 to 3 years, I don't think I would be the same person I am right now. And I think my peers in the executive committee would be saying the same. We did face a lot of challenges together, but that only made us stronger for the future. Throughout this, I would like to thank Parvati ma'am for being there with me and being there with the whole team for us from the starting. She guided us through everything. A very, very special thanks to our principal ma'am from personal experience and IEEE experience, I know who will support us no matter what. So thank you, ma'am. Uh, Finally, I would like to thank all my peers who were with me on this committee. I had a great 2 years with you all, so thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Turiya. Now, I would like to invite IEEE CIS GRS's present Joint Chapter Chair, Ms. Sai Vilita, to share her experiences with us.
A very good morning to our respected principal ma'am, our esteemed chief guest Ramkeen Garu, Miss Parvati ma'am, and my dear friends. My name is Sai Vilita, chair of IEEE GRSS Joint Chapter. Firstly, before sharing my experiences, on behalf of our IEEE GRSS Student Chapter team, I would like to heartfully thank our respected principal ma'am and Parvati ma'am for providing us numerous opportunities and training for our holistic development. It's an immense pleasure for me to hold the position as a chair of IEEE GRSS. I held this position for 1 year from 2019 to 20. During this time, I had a great experience by organizing these events, interacting with different people. I had a good opportunity to learn and enhance my skills. Basically, I used to be a research student, but when I was given this position, I understood the responsibilities of a chair and also the events and also felt the essence of the leadership role while organizing these events. When I started my journey in the student body, my horizons were broadened and I have realized that there were various skills I need to learn and upgrade myself. I have developed a sense of teamwork, discipline and hard work. To briefly summarize, there are many skills I have developed throughout this journey, like planning, leadership, multitasking, organizing skills, and I have learned is to and the most prominent skill I have learned is to coordinate, interact, and manage and to work together as a team with a common objective. While I was traveling in this journey, IEEE GRSS platform gave me an opportunity to conduct many technical events which drive me to showcase my ideas, creativity, and also help me to build good network by interacting with new people. These experiences taught me how to become a good professional. Apart from my soft skills, my technical knowledge has been widened. I got to know different technologies, latest trends, and also while I was attending different technical seminars and events, it was an enriching experience. I would like to thank our IEEE head Parvati ma'am on behalf of our team for encouraging, motivating us, and always who stood like a backbone in any difficult situation. Last but not the least, I would also personally like to thank each and every member of our team. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sai Vilita, for sharing your valuable experience with us. It's time to share the cherisable moments that are experienced throughout the journey of IEEE by showing an AV on IEEE SB and Joint Chapter CIS GRSS.
Viharika, I think it's voice is not coming, ma. Audio.
Oh, yes, ma'am. 1 minute.
Play with the tab. You have options, right? Downside, play with the tab. You're sharing the screen, right?
Hello everyone, IEEE BVRIT Student Branch was established on 15th May 2014 under the guidance of our Honorable Advisor Dr. K.V. Sunita Garu, founder principal of BVRIT Hyderabad College of Engineering for Women.
Dr. M. Parvati ma'am is our IEEE counselor. Ma'am guided us in organizing events in our college. Ma'am is very supportive and encourages us to come up with new ideas.
Our mission is to make students upgrade themselves to become potential in the technological world by becoming a member of professional body.
Many events were conducted under IEEE BVRIT Udbhava. There were technical awareness campaigns on IEEE membership benefits, tech talks, and seminars on emerging technology. And there were also workshops on GIS application in remote sensing, data analytics, and MATLAB. And there was also FTP on opportunities of R&D in VLSI. There were courses conducted both online and offline, and in the wake of COVID-19, there was a national techno quiz competition conducted. Apart from this, we have also many celebrations like IEEE Annual Day, Space Day, and Engineers Day celebration.
I can proudly say that each and every member of our student branch are totally gratified with their membership. Each and every member have shown their presence in volunteering the event and organizing enthusiastically.
It really is amazing, isn't it? Next, I would like to call upon Student Branch Counselor Dr. M. Parvati Ma'am to address the gathering.
Yeah, thank you, Viharika. Respected dignitaries, today's chief guest and session speaker, Mr. Ramnik Karla, respected principal ma'am, Dr. K.V.M. Sunita ma'am, respected professor of academics, Dr. Nagavishnuvarthan, respected heads of all the departments, my dear faculty colleagues, dear students, and beloved IEEE volunteer members. A very good morning to one and all. It's my privilege on this occasion to address the gathering today, being a student branch counselor. I'm glad to see the each and every individual active participation in doing the IEEE events with the zeal and interest. And happy to see that the students are joining IEEE voluntarily and doing their best part for active participation. And year by year, IEEE student members number is increasing, and proved that the present pandemic is not at all any obstacle in continuing their activities to conduct. If you see past couple of years data, in 2019 to 18, members have joined, in which 12 are taken up the SP activities and 6 have taken up joint chapter CIS and GRSS. In the last year, 2020, total 30 members have joined in IEEE, in which 14 have involved with SP and 16 have involved in CIS GRSS joint chapter. For the present year 2021, even though still the pandemic situation is continuing everywhere, but the IEEE student volunteers have not stopped anywhere. The student branch chair Turya Dandu, along with publicity committee headed by Priyamada Ramsetti from CSE third year, and membership committee headed by Soumya CH EC third year, have taken up an active role in enrollment of student members for the year 2021. The overall student enrollment in IEEE for this year 2021 have reached up to 21 as of now, in which 12 are actively involved with student branch activities, remaining 9 are with joint chapter CIS GRS system. And also IEEE itself supporting for the benefit of the students and professionals with the reduction in dues by half. The offer code Future50 is still continuing and can be used for anybody to join in IEEE. Out of many events, the renowned event conducted in the last year at national level is National Level Technical Quiz, happened on 17th, 18th July 2020. The other best event at faculty level was conducted on a research methodology and right journal to publish under CIS GRSS chapter on 28th and 29th May of 2020. In this regard, I request all the faculty also to utilize the benefits of IEEE becoming member of it. That helps our institute to conduct events even at national or international levels, like international conferences, and also to start other profound joint chapters, to collaborate with other institutes also. And this is the right platform where I can appreciate the services or efforts of each and individual of IEEE student member that are put forth in successful conduction of events. To start with, Executive Committee members, Student Branch Chair Turiya Dandu of CSC 4th year is very active in guiding, directing their peer members in doing activities. And SP Vice Chair Megha Sai Sri ECE 4th year is very active in teaming up the organizing members. Secretary Balasai Alekhya of ECE 4th year is active in planning the events. And Treasurer M. Sailaya of IT 3rd year, who is active in coordinating the works. The other student members, Ganga Sirisha, Kavya, Viharika, and many of SP members have actively involved regularly in the event. Theme design or certificate design or poster design for publicity and any other tasks. And I should appreciate the efforts and enthusiasm of Priyamvada Ramshetty of CSC and T. Viharika of ECE for their continuity in IEEE membership from the past 2 years and actively involving in all the events. The CIS GRSS joint chapter of joint chapter executive committee members of Sai Vilita, Chandramilini, Jayasri, and Sheetal, all of them are from ECE, though ECE have done their best part in doing events collaboratively with student branch. Though I'm not mentioning each and every student member over here, but their involvement is remarkable and appreciable in successful conducting events under IEEE banner. At the outset, my sincere thanks to our principal madam for her continuous support in encouraging the student members by providing opportunities in successful events conducting. And I thank the speaker and today's chief guest, Mr. Ramnik, with profound profile, who accepted our invitation and gracing the occasion. I request all the student members to involve actively in the technical session on idea to product, a research pathway to students, and grab the opportunities accordingly. So with this, I'm concluding, and thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing this valuable information. Next, I request our principal madam to address the gathering.
Thank you. Respected chief guest of today's event, Mr. Ramnik Karla, project manager Wipro Limited, head of the departments, faculty, and my dear students. Good morning, all of you. Hope all of you and your families are safe and doing well. I'm really very happy to note that in spite of the pandemic, a lot of disturbance, though the students and the mentor had come forward in continuing the tradition of conducting this annual day event of IEEE Udbhava. I really appreciate all the executive committee members for doing this. So from the report of Parvati, it is quite evident that a lot of events are conducted even in pandemic. I really very happy to note that the proactiveness of the executive committee of IEEE Student Branch as well as joint chapter GRSS. My special appreciation to the chair Turiya, IEEE Student Branch, and chair of joint chapter GRSS Sai Vilita, and student counselor of BVRIT, Dr. Parvati, for their interest and enthusiasm in continuing the spirit and encouraging more and more students to participate. I'm really very happy about the way the events are going on. Keep continue doing like this. And I'm really happy even to know the experience of Turiya as well as Sai Vilita, whatever they could learn by participating or organizing the events under IEEE. So this is what we expect from all the students. Definitely involvement in organizing the events at national level definitely will give you a lot of leadership skills and team skills, which are very, very essential for anybody. So keep continue doing like this. I once again thank the chief guest, Mr. Ramnik, for joining us today and giving his session. Thank you, one and all. All the best to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. It is a precious moment for the new ExCom to receive the positions and to honor the present ExCom members with certificates. I request the present ExCom members of IEEE SB to come onto the dais. I request Principal Madam to honor the present ExCom of IEEE SB with certificates. We have our Chair, Ms. Turiya, Vice Chair, Megha Sai Shri, Secretary, Sai Alekhya, Treasurer, Sai Laya.
So happy to note that virtually the old committee is handing over the charge to the new committee. Congratulations to the new committee.
Vaishnavi, are the slides moving, ma? And the past committee members, on behalf of past committee members, I'm thanking our principal madam. The past committee members can just express their thanks also, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has been a great year, the past 2 years. Like my college experience, I think even Parvati ma'am and principal ma'am both, personally saw how much I grew in the past years. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Turiya.
Next, I would like to call Vice Chair Megha Sai Shri.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, I'd like to call Secretary Sai Alekhya.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, I would like to call Treasurer Sai Alia.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, I request the IEEE SB Ms. Turiya to invite new ExCom IEEE SB onto the dais and to transfer the duties to the new ExCom.
Very excited to announce this. I wish you all the best. The chair for this year is Priyamvada.
Thank you so much.
The vice.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Priyamvada.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
The next vice chair is Preeti Reddy. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Preeti.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next secretary is S. Naga Sai Sridevi. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Next is the treasurer. It is Mahija Poonam. Congratulations to all of you all.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
So all the best to the new team.
Yeah, congratulations from my side
you,
also
ma'am.
for the new executive committee members.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Turiya. Thanks, Principal Ma'am and Parvati Ma'am. Now I request the present ExCom members of IEEE, CIS, GRS to come onto the dais. I request our chief guest to honor the present ExCom of IEEE, CIS, GRS with certificates. Now I request to call Chair M. Savilita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Vice Chair Chandra Mirini.
Thank you for this opportunity, ma'am.
Secretary Jayashree.
Thank you, ma'am.
Treasurer Sheetal.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now I request the IEEE, CIS, GRS Chair M. Savilita to invite new ExCom IEEE, CIS, GRSs on the dais and to transfer the duties of new ExCom members.
Congratulations to the new members. The chair of GRS's chair is Vaishnavi A.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Vice chair is R. Srija Reddy. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations, ma. I think speaker is there. But on behalf of speaker, I'm congratulating you people as well. On
Congratulations,
behalf,
Pija
yeah.
Vaishnavi.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much, ma'am.
The secretary is Jashwita. GRS's secretary is Jashwita.
Yeah, she's in the exam.
Congratulations, Jashwita.
Okay, and the treasurer is Himaja.
Congrats, Himaja.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Saivilita. Now it is the time. It is my honor to introduce our chief guest of today, Mr. Ramnik Kalra. Mr. Ramnik Kalra is a computer science engineer and proactive volunteer at numerous organizations, namely IEEE, Youth for Sustainability, Atal Innovation Mission. He is an IEEE young professional who is working currently in Wipro Limited. He is holding responsibilities of IEEE Impact Creator, Program Co-Lead of IEEE Computer Society Leadership Program under IEEE Computer Society SYP Committee. He is the co-chair of V-Power Track at IEEE 2012 to 2020 and author at IEEE USA eBooks. He is a member of Universal Access to Technology Technical Committee of IEEE. He is also a member of IEEE SA Industry Connect program on Intelligent Transportation System Testbed Development for Dynamic Road Traffic Management and Control at Electronic City, Bangalore. He is also an IEEE brand ambassador.
Not only this, he had volunteered and contributed as a mentor for 4 teams in IEEE Extreme Programming Context 14.0 and worked as chair of technical committee at IEEE WIE ILS 2020. He is also the project development committee member at IEEE Smart Village US. Also the web developer at TEDx AI ACTR Delhi and chairperson and webmaster of IEEE HMI Institute of Technology and Management, New Delhi. With the curiosity to learn new things, he had deep dive into research world as well. His research includes edge computing and emerging technologies. He had published around 15 plus research papers in IEEE sponsored conferences, Springer journals, and he holds 1 patent, which was the motivation for his 3rd year research project. With the holding hands on volunteering and leadership positions, he had been awarded with numerous titles, including the Best Support Person in his previous employer, Dr. J.K. Pal Award by IEEE Delhi section, Technocrat by his graduation institute in his first year of study, and numerous technical exhibitions and conference awarded during his course of graduation.
Now, I request our principal madam to felicitate our chief guest.
Thank you, Mr. Ramnik, for accepting our invitation. It's nice having you today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Now, it's our immense pleasure to invite today's chief guest and speaker of today's session, Sri Ramnik Kalra, to grace the occasion.
Thank you, ma'am,
Yeah.
and thank you, sir. Now I request our chief guest, Mr. Ramnik Garu, to continue the proceedings with today's section, Idea to Protect, a research pathway for students.
Yeah, just hold a second. I was informed that the session will be at 11:30. This was very quick. Just I'm just settling up my system here. Will join in 2 minutes. Will that be okay, Parvati ma'am?
Yes, no problem. Meanwhile, we'll do one thing. If all the student members are there, unmute your video so that we can take a pic and along with the chief guest and principal madam and other members, that will be very good to have record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls, those who are present here, please unmute your videos, ma. Yeah, thank you all. Right.
So thank you, Parvati. Thanks to all the executive committee members. Please enjoy the session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, sir, we are audible.
Yeah.
Ah, perfect. Yes. Okay, perfect. So first of all, a congratulations to all the new XCOM members and the past members who have served and volunteered in IEEE Student Branch. It's really great, and this is the first time I was saying to Parvati ma'am, I've been attending IEEE annual day. It's a very new concept, and no one has actually acquired this and haven't followed this concept. So it's a very great privilege for me
Thank you.
to
Thank you,
join
sir.
you all
Thank you,
here.
sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Ma'am. Just let me share my screen so that we can
It's
start
all
the session.
happening because of my student efforts, sir. They are coming forward to do these kind of events very actively and very interestingly, especially.
Yeah, that's the power of, I would say, the volunteers in IEEE,
Yeah. Yes.
that we have volunteers, such active volunteers like this.
Yeah. In fact, nothing is mine. Everything, the directions only they will follow. So my part is giving directions. Everything they are doing.
Yeah, but your constant guidance is also required, ma'am. That's why these students are doing such great job.
Yeah.
Let me just. Yeah, perfect. Let me just share my screen. I'm really sorry I was not ready with my system. I was I was thinking that it will be like around 11 o'clock, but we are very quick onto the plan. Perfect. So before starting, I want to know, like, what do you all think? What I am going to cover today? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone interested to tell what we are going to cover today? With the title, you can guess.
It's
Student
ideas
member.
of products.
Yeah.
How do you get the ideas for doing something new or something like that?
Okay. Thank you so much, Bhavna.
Thank you.
Who else? Guys, be comfortable. I am not going to give you any marks or deduct any marks. This is not a practical going on. So just be comfortable to communicate whatever things. It's a very simple idea to product. What do you think about it? What I am going to cover different aspects of it. See, my rule is I won't start the session if I don't get any response. Anyone? There are around 52 people, excluding me. Come on, guys.
So I think you're going to give us inputs on how to think out of the box broadly to expand the horizons, and all that. How to.
Okay. Yeah. Perfectly said. Yeah. What else? Because just I got to know the expectation from all of you, then only I will able to cover all the points what you expect from me. Rather than like putting and saying and saying and saying from my end, what you guys will get is not kind of on the spot, right? Fine. Just let me go ahead and share my screen so that I can get a. Bhavana, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay then. So yeah, let's get started and let's be interactive. I will let you know why interactive, because that's one of the great things that I always take care about in my webinars, in my sessions, and This is the first time in IEEE someone invited me as a chief guest because I've been hosting round of like webinars during this lockdown period, and since I joined IEEE in my second year, 2016. Uh, so as introduced by the organizing team, I'm a working professional. I'm serving as a project engineer at Wipro Limited, India. I'm an IEEE impact creator. I'm an author at IEEE USA. And recently in January 2021, I volunteered myself to become a mentor of change for Adult Innovation Mission. Perfect. So this is gonna be discussed today. How, like, do you mean by project-based learning? Finding a problem statement and solution, choosing the right team and technology, in-depth research and literature survey, prototype development, securing your idea in interactive session, and QA in the last. Just to be on the time, Parvati ma'am or Bhavna, can you please let me know? Do I have 1 hour or how much?
Yes, sir, 1 hour.
It is your wish, sir. Even if it is extended to 2 hours, also not a problem. Our faculty and the students are so enthused to learn something new from you, sir. So not an issue. It's not restricted to 1 hour. No problem.
Okay.
You can
Thank
go
you
ahead
so
with your plan. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, ma'am. So this is gonna be discussed today, and these are my 3 rules for starting a webinar. Just please don't stop asking question in the QA session, in the chat window during the session, and in the QA round in the last, we will be having a proper communication with audio and video. Because I believe if I will speak and speak and speak, I won't learn today anything. And you also won't learn anything because it's a human tendency to be very attentive and concentrated for more than for around 10 minutes or 20 minutes. More than that, it actually goes above the head. So we need to be very strong and we need to be very interactive so that we won't make this session as a boring session. Perfect. So that's my habit, to put some quotation that motivates you to the topic and to the content what I'm going to deliver today. So I believe very strongly most innovation involves doing the things we do every day a little bit better rather than creating something completely new and different. Because if you do something new and different, that's really great. We welcome you. But the thing is, we are talking about innovation. So innovation is actually involving a little bit modification into the existing system. That's what proper product or prototype comes up, and that's how we write research papers and review paper. So I believe we are having from first year to final year students on the call, and we have faculties as well. So yeah, it's really great to have the mixed type of audience so that I can focus on every aspect and can get support from everywhere. Because if I motivate students, so we should motivate teachers as well so that they can support. Obviously, they are supporting, but in the correct context of project-based learning. So this is my concept, what I say. So I'm on the chat window. Now I want to see what do you all guys means by project-based learning? What do you mean by project-based learning? Go ahead and type in the chat window. I'm able to see the chat window as well. What do you mean by project-based learning? Just be sure it's not right, wrong. It's just sharing your remarks. It's 10:09, and I will be starting again by 10:20. We will be taking 10 minutes here. So yeah, anyone from the call can just give a message in the chat window. What do you mean by project-based learning? Implementing a project based on the concept learn. Okay, that's nice. Thank you so much, Professor. I don't think so. He is a professor student. Vaishnavi learning with the help of a project practical learning. Yeah, right on the spot. We need learning while working on the project. Okay, doing a project to learn the concepts. Okay, Bhavna. Virika, hands-on work. Okay, perfect. What else? Wonderful remarks. That's what we want. Just keep the enthusiasm till last slide of this session. Acquiring deep knowledge. Okay, good. What else? Come on, anything. It's totally fine. I told you I'm not giving any marks or any faculty is giving you marks here. On the basis of the responses you will give to chat window. Please feel free. It's totally fine. Bhavna, we learned the difference between virtual and hands-on experience. Okay, converting idea to product. Thank you so much, Parvati ma'am. What else? If I take the same topic today, I am presenting in front of a school students, they will be shouting a lot into the chat window, you know. I need to pressurize them, please sir, please sir. But here I am able to see college students are shy enough. Why so? Not only learning about the theory, but having a field experience. Perfect. Okay. I know there are a lot of questions in your mind. Sir, shall we go for internship? Shall I go for industrial training? Shall I go for this company? Which company? How shall I make my resume so strong so that any company will select me? So yeah, we'll let you know today that as well. Exploring active exploration of real world challenges. Okay, on real world challenges. I hope that's what you want to say, Vidika. Okay, perfect. Anything else you want to add in the last, or shall we go ahead? Perfect. We'll see in the parallel if you give any remarks, we'll be taking the words from there. So yeah, you are rightly said. Project-based learning is learning by doing along the process of developing an idea to a product. And I will let you know like from where this presentation came, from where I designed, and this is my recent book. Was my first book of my life, Idea to Product, a Research Pathway for Students. I wrote this book in June 2020 and it got published in January 2021, New Year, from IEEE USA. And I'm really feeling proud and feeling very enthusiastic in front of all of you students, college students, presenting about this amazing concept that you should learn. Because today's industry don't want your academic curriculum studies. They don't want your technical skills, what you have already learned from academics. They want something extra. So today I am there to help you out to understand what are the things which companies and industries are looking forward. Because it's been 2 years in Wipro, and I'm going to serve Amazon recently. I'm going to join Amazon next month. So I hope I am the best person, not the best person, maybe kind of an average person to tell you what I have got learning from my experience, from my student branch activities, from my global opportunities on IEEE, what I am serving today. So yeah, the first element, what are the different elements of project-based learning? The first one is when you learn something, just unlearn and relearn. Because that's the human tendency. If you have something, learn something. If I say you learn about Java programming language, okay, that's a programming language which you use for computer programming if you are non-CSC background. So every day, every month, you are getting a new update into that language, right? And you have a lot of new things that technology is booming up. Technology is advancing daily. What are the things? What is the way how you can learn it? Just to unlearn the previous things and relearn the same technology again, right? Not the whole technology, depending upon project, what you want to do. So that's one of the most important element. Learn by unlearning and then relearning. That's a new process that you need to understand. And it's very strong, I would say, when I was learning Java in my 11th class in my high school. So I was like, I want to learn this particular implementation of email, implementation of Google Form in my software. So how gonna do? My teacher didn't tell me about this. My curriculum didn't tell me about this. How I'm going to do? I'm just want to unlearn the things which I have learned in Java according to that particular concept of implementing Google Form or email client software into my own software. So I unlearned what I learned, and then I learned a new thing that yeah, this is the procedure of implementing email into my software. Coming to the second part, which is very necessary, if you don't think in a better way, right? So there's no element, like there's no point of project-based learning. You need to be very thinking, like you have artificial intelligence, but you have to use human intelligence in parallel, right? That's very much required. Because if you are working on an idea, I will let you know how you can find a problem statement and idea, because many students face that scenario. So we don't know any problem. Oh man, our world is complete of problems. Problems are the same, like you have to see them as opportunities. So I will let you know the procedure of finding it according to my technique, what I have experienced. So the second element is thinking. Think about this idea in such a way that the user is using it, right? With the same, it comes visualization. So if I say, Bhavna, I need to develop a software, okay, or you are going to develop a software for me. I am a person from, let's say an example, I am Transportation Corporation, okay, and you are making a software for the transportation bus services. How are you going to visualize this? Like you will be thinking, okay, my software is now deployed onto the ticket counter. A person will come, a person will scan the fingerprint, blah, 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 right? You will visualize a way. So third element, which is very important with thinking, relearn, which is visualization. Because if you see Nikola Tesla, Steve Jobs, or anyone, any great scientist or any great engineer, they have been focusing on this thing very, very strongly. If you ask Elon Musk today, how are we going to survive on Mars? What he will answer you. I have seen a lot of interviews of him. So he mentioned what we will do, we will put nuclear bombs onto the poles of Mars and it will make them heating, right? It will make them hot, Mars planet, and it will become like Earth. So this is kind of visualization, that far visualization you need to think over when you are bringing an idea into the market. So visualization is very much important. And if you don't know, when it was 1915 or 1815, I don't remember exact year, when radio was invented. And Nikola Tesla was one of the person before that particular invention or patent filing of radio. He invented already that. And if he was not there, we won't be having this electricity or DC power in our home today. So you think the design and the visualization of that your outcome, which particular client, which particular people, or which kind of audience will be using your product, will be using the prototype or your idea. This is what industries are looking forward. If you don't have the visualization, your manager will say, okay, fine, we won't give you a chance because you don't know about the mission and vision of our company. You need to be very strong onto that point. I know many of you are thinking that is kind of you are just bubbling up all the points into the air. No, these points are very much strong, and these points are being, I would say, experimented, and I have learned it. A lot of my experienced colleagues, my managers, when I get in some confusion, I used to go into my manager's room and I ask query directly, sir, I am facing this problem, and then he makes me sit. Ramnik said, when I was in your age, so I was facing this problem. That's a nice question you came up with. Because the first thing, people don't ask question. That's very, very negative point. Why people don't ask question? If you ask question for one time, you are fool for the same time. You are not fool for every year. You are not fool for your whole life. If you don't ask question, then that question will be here. You won't get any answer to this. So you have a golden opportunity today as well, because a lot of faculties and a lot of experienced people are on the call. So you can ask any query related to your career, related to this topic I am here. The last very much important point. Let's say an example, Bhavna is working on a point, okay, Bhavna is working on a project, and now Bhavna don't know, like Bhavna is from Hyderabad and she is thinking on some idea, okay. Can anyone in the chat window tell me, is it possible that the idea Bhavna is working is not being worked by anyone else in the world? Come on. If any one person from any corner of world, right? Yeah, it is possible that everyone is working on that idea similar, right? Because if I am working on an idea, sitting in New Delhi or sitting in Haryana, or yeah, people may have some ideology. Because one idea, there are a lot of solutions. So if I say, take the example of taxi, rental taxi, right? Uber is there, Ola is there. A lot of people, like a lot of companies are there already working on taxi model, right? Taxi business model. So what is this? One idea and a lot of solution, right?
So we can't actually think that, yeah, it's really impossible that people are not working on our idea across the world. So what is the very much important step in converting idea to a product? It is research survey. You have to be very strong onto research survey, because many students fail and step out from this procedure of project-based learning. You have to be very enthusiastic, very strong onto researching something, because if I say I'm working on a transportation software, so what other companies are working on it? So you have to explore their products as well, so that you can get the disadvantages and loopholes of those projects, right? I will be telling you the procedure of that as well. Don't worry. It's just an overview I'm covering here. Perfect. So now I want to ask from all of you, do you have any problem except COVID? I know COVID is a big problem for all of the world, but except COVID in the fronts of engineering, because we all are engineers today in the call, and we are going to become engineer after your final year. So what do you think from aspect of engineering and engineering design? What are the problems you are having in your daily life? Waiting on the chat window. We'll be looking on to the remarks. Any kind of problems, any kind of problem. I will be letting you know what are the problems I felt in my first year, second year, third year, final year, because it's very interesting to know about other problems, other ideas, because it gives you the strength to know something, to learn something. Come on, guys, be comfortable. I really don't want this webinar to be very so chill and so cold. Summer is going on, so please be interactive into the chat window. Not able to stick to one particular idea or thought. Okay, I guess then you have a proper scheduling or proper time management or proper thought book. I used to have a thought book. So I have a diary in which I write thoughts, like my ideas, whenever I get some. Like it's maybe many frequent time at 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 a.m. I got an idea and I was sleeping. I just woke up and just write a rough idea onto my diary. This is what is actually project-based learning means. I don't want you all guys to follow this, not at all. But yeah, if you are getting any idea, just keep some note into your mobile or something where it would be good. Yeah, you will be sticking together. I will be letting you know how to become a very motivational guy, self-motivational guy, to be sticking to one particular idea, because many times you feel, oh, this is not working, let's step out. No, don't step out from any idea, because one idea is having a lot of perspective, lot of aspect. You talk with others, you talk with your faculty, you talk with your colleagues, you talk with your college mates, so that you can get an idea about it, right? You can get a lot of limitations and loopholes so that you can build more. Yeah, there are around 55 people, including me. Only Bhavna is active in educate skills for the projects. Okay, I will be letting you know. Not like that's just kind of like career problems. I'm not asking. I'm asking the problem statements, what you are able to see in your society, around your society, and that should be related to engineering design. How you can apply your academic skills, what you have learned so far in your BTech or bachelor's in technology. So how you can implement those academic skills to solve a problem. That's what I want to hear from you. We will be coming on back to this career problem soon. But yeah, let me know. Lots of power cut, right? That's great. Not able to consistently to do the regular academic as well as regular activities. Okay. What else? I propose an idea. I permitted. Sorry. Many of you can be comfortable. It's totally fine. No one gonna steal your idea. Bhavna, cannot go out in the air? Yeah, that's one of the limitation of COVID. You have to stay at home. What else? Guys, you are engineers. Come out with some engineering problems you are facing in society. I will let you know there are a lot of problems, but you are not able to find it right now. Maybe any kind of problem. Cybersecurity, yeah, rightly said. Cybersecurity is one of the trending problem of the society because we are being told that WhatsApp is using our data, Facebook is taking our data, Twitter is taking our data. But yeah, that's also one of the you have a lot of courses, you have a lot of technologies in cybersecurity itself, which you can learn and implement kind of a product for specific field. Manaswi, if I say you are working on Facebook hacking, so you think like you have to like think of a particular concept or particular algorithm which exists in a cybersecurity domain and work on it. There you go. I have an idea of generating electricity by harvesting lightning energy. See, that's one of the problem statement we are getting, right? That's a new problem statement, a new idea. Fine, that's really wonderful. And if you want to give your climate change, yeah, rightly said, Vaishnavi, climate change. UN is working and a lot of United States is kind of having headache about climate change. How they can control this? All over the world, all the countries are facing this problem, climate change. So you can think of a solution. You are engineers. You can think of a solution, how we can find a new solution to a particular problem of climate change. Fine. Please be comfortable in messaging in the chat window during the session when I'm speaking while seeing the slides. So it's comfortable. I will be reading the chat window here and I will be looking onto the slides there. These are the problem statement which I face. Globalization causing extremely high competition. Yes, rightly said. So these are the problem statement which I face. That was my second year, and in my university, what I need to do, I need to visit another college for giving my final examination. I don't know if that's the same rule in Hyderabad section or not, but in Delhi we need to do that. I was a part of one of the college of university, and I belong to Sonipat, Haryana. My hometown is from Haryana, and Sonipat city is actually 1.5 hours from Delhi, the capital of India. So I used to board a public transportation, public bus service to move from my city to my place where I need to give my examination. And when I reached my bus station of Delhi, that's a junction point. If you know, Kashmiri Gate is one of the bus station, where you get all the state buses across the India. So this is one of the junction point of capital of nation of India. So I used to travel and stay back there and wait for my ticket to come back. And that was my last examination going on. It was my second year, as I mentioned. So at 5 o'clock, my exam got over. At 5:15, I reached the bus station to board the bus to my Sonipat city back in the evening. And I got the bus ticket at 7 o'clock. Now just imagine, I'm standing in a long queue for 2 hours just to get 40 rupees paper ticket. And I was like, where's Digital India? It's 2016 going on. Digital India was started in 2014 by our respected Prime Minister, sir. Prime Minister, sir, where it is? I'm unable to see. If I'm standing in a long queue for 2 hours for getting a 40 rupees ticket, right? Yeah, it must be a digital ticket, but it is a paper right now, right? So that's the idea. That's my patent of my final year, and that's my research paper which I wrote in my second year research. Second year. So this is thing, right? These are the things which you need to take care of. These are the problem statement which we students are facing. Standing in a long queue in McDonald's or KFC, obviously, I am waiting for my burger and I am not getting it very quickly. Unable to find hospitals for the available COVID patient beds. Yeah, that's one of the trending problem what we are facing, and a lot of members, a lot of citizens are facing this. So why not we can have a kind of a portal where we can design and have the Google map and having the number availability of the beds. And there are a lot of companies who are already working on it. Apollo Hospitals, Belt, Fortis Hospital, they are working on this model. Your teacher is not able to mark the attendance digitally. Yeah, why not? You are going to online classes these days. So maybe your teacher is like, come on, Bhavna, Durga, Viraka, come on, tell your names, right? So how the teacher is marking. Maybe a paper pen, right? Maybe a Google Sheet, something. But you are students. You can help your own teachers. Make a software. You know, guys, you are a computer science engineer. You are in third year, second year. You know something. You know Python. You know Java. Go ahead. I also did the same. I will let you know my story soon. The last one. That's my story from my first semester. Your college doesn't have a digital library. So that was the thing. Like when I got admitted into my college, that was my first semester. And after 1 week only, after getting the admission and after 1 week, I was called to stand in a long queue in my library to take the library card. Obviously, you all have received that. No? So I was standing in a long queue for 2 periods, and I was like, I went to librarian directly. And I was like, sir, don't we have a digital software? And he was like, yeah, we had, but now we are not using, we are not so much literate to use it. And I mentioned, okay, I need to develop a software for my college library. Where should I go? So he mentioned, go to the HOD of computer science department, because I belonged to computer science department at those days. So I went to my HOD, and it was 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, my college gets off. We need to go back to our homes. So 3 o'clock, 1 hour I am having in my hands. So I told my HOD, see sir, I have a problem right now. I'm standing for 2 periods in my in the library for getting a library card, but I am still not getting it because a lot of students are getting into the queue. How can I get it, right? We don't have a software. Just enter my roll numbers in the software and just print the digital library card. That's all done. Why to wait for the long queues? So he mentioned, okay, can you develop it? And I was like, yeah, in 11th, 12th, I got to learn about Java and MySQL database. So why not? So he mentioned, wow, that's great. You learned Java in your 11th, 12th? And I was like, yeah, so that was my syllabus. And he mentioned, this is in the 3rd year of syllabus of BTech. And I was shocked. Oh my goodness, I learned something new, which is already in 3rd year of syllabus. And I am right now in my 1st semester. So then he mentioned, okay, Ramnik, there's the computer. There's Java installed, there's database installed. You just make me the front end of the software what you are looking forward. So in 1 hour, I developed the software. I developed the front end only, like drag and drop the UI and developing it using Java. And he liked it. And I got that project for 6 months. My whole first semester, I developed the digital software, digital library software for my college. So now you see, guys, you have a problem statement in your college. Start with it. Start from your home itself, right? Talk with your HOD. Obviously, why HOD won't be agreeing on that point? If any student is bringing a software for free to a college, why not they won't be agreeing, right? And I would like encourage the faculties and the HODs on the call, as well as principal ma'am on the call, that yeah, please organize kind of an open hackathon for all of the students across the college, so that you can place the problem statement of college, developing a software app or something for the college itself to the students, so that we can bring up this approach of project-based learning and students can learn something new. So that was my first year journey. So let's now see how you can find a problem statement. So who is using your current model? If I am standing in a long queue of a bus station at the ticket counter, who is using the current model? Obviously public citizens, right? That's the stakeholder. Who else? Maybe the network administrator of the transportation department. Maybe the conductors and the drivers of the buses. These are the stakeholders of your, right? These are the users of your idea. What is the different features? What are the different features of the current model? What are the advantages of the model? Are you able to cover it already in your idea? When is the right time to bring your solution to the market? If I say right now it's summer going on and I want to develop a software for winters enrolling into the college for the admission. Now it is not applicable for summers, right? Summer season. You have to develop and deploy that software in winters only. That's a particular timeline for deploying your software. So that is the right time. When is the right time to bring your solution to the market? Now, where should your solution be deployed? If the problem statement you're getting from college, at what place? Is that problem came from library? So making a software for library. So you should deploy that software after developing into the library itself. If you're getting a problem in the McDonald's, Connect with the manager of the McDonald's of that local branch. Ask him that, yeah, what is the company name who has developed the software for you already? So you can explore this company, you can talk with that company guy that, yeah, I was feeling like I want a general knowledge what you are trying to do with your software, how the burger guy is ordering the burger and like rolling out and scheduling the burgers making. So this is where should your solution be deployed? Why the current model not suitable today? What are the limitations? What are the loopholes? Okay, so these are the 5 W's what I use, what I replicated into my book as well. So don't worry, I will be giving you a free copy in the last. It's a gift for all of you because you all have devoted time today to join and listen me. Just on the right bottom, you can see. On the right bottom, you can see there are 2 sections written, abstract and introduction. Now, if you don't know about research paper writing, if you know, that's well good, because maybe you belong to final year, you are working on your minor or major project. So that's why you are pressurized from the college to develop a research paper. But don't think in that way. It's very simple. Research paper is just like an English paragraph, English thoughts about your idea, nothing else. So I will be covering, like when I will be rolling out from the slide, so you will be noting out the sections on the right side, okay, right bottom side. Abstract and introduction. Finding a problem statement, putting the limitation of the current model, and what are the different advantages you can bring from your model. It's abstract and introduction, right? In abstract, you write 1 or 2 paragraphs about your current situation, and then you put, yeah, authors are trying to bring this new solution named as this blah blah blah, and these are the advantages, right? Introduction, you put your past, what was the current model, like why it was not suitable, explain about it, what is the current model you are proposing, and the future, what are the different advantages you are looking forward when your model will be deployed. So this is about introduction. It's about 1.5 pages. Don't worry, don't hear about this thing about research paper writing. I will be sharing you a link, and that you will get to know in a very brief way. Okay, now I strongly believe, and I hope everyone you will agree, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championship. If you are individual, you can win a game, single player game, right? But if you are in a multiplayer team, or you are working as a team, you can win championship. That's a really motivational quotation from Michael Jordan. And that's what brings us to the next topic, choosing the right theme and the tech stack. Now, there was one problem statement in the chat window. Let me just rephrase it. Where it is. Yeah. Mansuni is, I am really sorry if I am pronouncing your name wrong. I am not a professor, I am an industrialist, so I am not used to call the names of the students. So please excuse me. Inadequate skills for the projects. Yeah. So this slide is only for you all who are not looking forward. Like I got a lot of queries. Sir, I want to develop this idea which using machine learning. So how gonna I learn machine learning? No, you don't want to learn whole machine learning. If you are learning a whole technology, do you know what that means? You are doing a PhD in that particular domain. So obviously not, you are not doing that. Project-based learning is working and learning on the basis of project idea. What are the things, what are the modules, what are the concepts you want to learn from that technology and to implement in your project? That is project-based learning. So these are the different questions you can ask yourself when you want to develop your team, first of all. So do your member has already one of the technology that you need for your prototype development? If yes, go ahead. Have that member into your team. The second, are they really interested in your vision of your idea? See, I've been facing a lot of problems in IEEE activities as well. When I used to execute events and when I used to talk with someone, they are not so much motivated what I am motivated about that particular concept. Right, today we are rolling out this IEEE annual day. The organizer, when they first time thought of this idea, maybe the team was so enthusiastic and they were so much strong onto the point to conduct IEEE annual day. Why? Because they have the correct visualization and vision into their mind, what the leader and the professor has that, right? The professor was throwing some suggestion into the table, and the team was thinking, oh yeah, that's good idea, and we are relating with the vision of your idea. That's very much important. If you don't have the team members who are not stick to your vision of your idea, then it's not a kind of good team member you should have in your team. So all the team members should be, yeah, we will be asking questions soon. You can just drop your queries in the chat window. I will be taking them. Yeah, no worries. No, don't please raise hands. I am not a professor. I am again saying. So yeah, third question, do they have a right personality to work with you? See, there are a lot of times, and I know uh, many of the students on the call and faculty will agree. If I say A or B children, A or B child is there, B child is kind of very aggressive and very enthusiastic, and he don't respond, he reacts to the idea. No, we don't want to react. We want to respond after thinking to all the pros and cons of that concept, right? You have to brainstorm a particular thing. So A is not kind of that guy. A is very strong onto the rules and regulation and the facts and figures. So that's why A doesn't want to work with B and B doesn't want to work with A. So that's the thing. Do they have the right personality to work with you, right? So you have to think and brainstorm onto that point of view. The last question, do they have the soft skills to present your idea to other people? See, if I am saying I have an idea, and if you are not able to convey in front of the faculty members, even if it is your minor major project or if you are presenting your paper into a conference, wherever, if you don't present your idea very well, then what's the matter of speaking, right? If the audience is not getting what you are trying to say, then what's the matter of it? So you have to have a look. You have to brainstorm on your team members. Do that person has the soft skill? Do that person has a presentation skills? Do that person has the skills to communicate in a very perfect way, right? So you have to think on that way. So these are some of the questions which can make you learn how to choose a right team, right? The second part, how to choose the right technology. So as I mentioned, visualization, relearn, and thinking, and research survey. These are the four most important elements of project-based learning. And project-based learning is the base foundation of converting an idea to a product. So what are the basic technologies required for your idea? Now, if you visualize your idea very perfectly, you know what are the different technologies what I'm going to use. Am I going to use image processing from machine learning? Am I going to use artificial intelligence? Am I going to use cloud computing concept? I'm going to use like manufacturing of this particular box from using my mechanical skills or my mechanical friend who is studying mechanical engineering. See, all the engineering fields are connected, right? You have to think of it in that way, that yeah, how different team members can contribute in your idea. Then, do you have a student or free access to those required tools for your prototype development? If I say I want to develop a simulation for my software, so there are a lot of simulation software like AutoCAD, Adobe, Cisco Packet Tracer, and a lot of things are available there in the market. They have a student edition, right? They have a student free access. Do your college provide that required tools for free? If yes, go ahead. Take the advantage of the resources what you have already. In my case, there was no resources in my college. So that was kind of a plus point for me because industries are looking for the people who can contribute more in less resources, right? So that was an advantage for me during my college days. The third question, do you have a case scenario visualized for that idea? That's very important, as I mentioned. Visualization. Do you have that? Yeah, I have developed my software. My software is working on the ticket counter on the bus station. Now, how the person will come, how he or she will scan the fingerprint, and how the deduction of money will be doing from the digital bank, and how all the things will be happening. So you should have a case scenario in your mind, right? The last thing, how to learn this technology. Do you know Sundar Pichai, right? He's an Indian guy. He's the CEO of Google. So why not take the advantage of Google, right? Explore the free courses available on Google. There are a lot of things on YouTube. I know many of the faculties are now thinking, Are Baba, Ramnik is like taking our own students to the internet. No, it's not like that. See, faculty has a different position in your college, right? They have a different responsibility. Obviously, they are there to help you to learn about academics, right? but they have a different, when you will ask some questions, where you will go? You will ask Google, right? And there are a bundle of questions. You have already having the experience Google in your colleges. Why not you ask those faculty members regarding those queries, right? So take the advantage of those resources in a very well way. In my first semester, that was my orientation day when I got admitted in my college. And my director said, see all you guys, you devote around 90,000 rupees or 88,000 rupees in your college, okay, for filling up your fees. If you calculate very correctly, one class stands for 120 rupees or 150 rupees. Fine. You are giving your money. You are giving your parents' money onto your academics for 4 years BTech study. And you are having 120 rupees or 150 rupees for one class. That depends upon you. How you're going to consume that 150 rupees very, very perfectly. Right? And if you are not asking any question, then yeah, 150 rupees is like finished. After 40 minutes, that faculty will go and you will out. The 150 rupees will be like in the pocket of the teacher, right? But you need to understand the point here. You need to ask questions in your class. That's very much necessary. I'm in touch with one of the great professor from US, Bojana Pasik Duncan ma'am. She's the past chair of IEEE Women Engineering Global Team. And I've been blessed, like I always work with her. And currently under Global Technical Committee of IEEE SSIT Society, I am volunteering under her leadership. So she wonderfully put this in this way. See, in mathematics, you have expressions. If you don't understand those expressions, you have to ask. Asking the question is the first step. If you don't ask, then Google never asks, help you out. Right? Google.com, you have to ask something onto the Google. The first step is to ask. If you don't ask the faculty member, obviously, they don't gonna help you. How today I will be remembering Bhavna, Vineet, Vaishnavi, because I am able to see that and I am able to memorize those names into my mind. That yeah, I conducting a workshop. I was invited as a chief guest in one of the event in Hyderabad, and these were the active people. And when these people will send me a request, obviously I will accept because I know those people now personally, right? Because they asked me the question, they replied to my remarks. That's what you need to understand. Coming to the next part. Now, after now you got to know how to find an idea, how to find a problem statement, and how to proceed for making a team. Because team is very much necessary. If you don't have the right people around you, you don't have the right motivation to work and push yourself, then you won't, you will step out from that idea. Simple. You won't work on that idea at all. The second step, which is very important, and when many students step out from this particular step, literature survey, in-depth research or literature survey. As I mentioned in the starting, and yeah, thank you so much, Jan. So I would say, you have to understand about those things. See, if I am saying, I developed an app for my phone, fine. I developed a meditation app for my phone. Let's say an example. How are you going to know that there's no existing meditation app already in Google Play Store? Obviously, by researching, right? You have to explore Google Play Store. You have to see, oh, yeah, Procto app is there. I don't know, remember the names of those meditation apps because I have been working on different domains. So maybe there are ABC apps already available. So you need to install them. You need to see the UI, how they have developed their app. What are the different benefits they are providing? This comes all under the research survey, right? You have to learn, you have to read other research papers, you have to read other patents. I will tell you, these are the resources IEEE Explore this library. Now, if you're an IEEE member and you don't know about this, so what I can say, you are not a loyal IEEE member if you don't know about these benefits. So this is the first one, IEEE Explore this library. I guess faculty members can let you know how to download papers for free. Then it is Google Scholar. You can find free papers on Google Scholar. And the next one is Springer Library. So you can search a lot of books. And Springer is one of my favorite platforms. When I don't have books for my academic learning when I was in my college, I used to download books from Springer. Because you see, when I visited IIT or NIT colleges, I was like, what's the difference between IIT and a normal college, right? That's one of the misconceptions we hold, all people hold all over the India. See, guys, there's no difference. I strongly say here, there's no difference between IIT and a normal college. That's what correctly said by Sundar Pichai in 2017 December when he visited IIT Kharagpur campus. And he mentioned any kind of student from any village of India can become the CEO of Google. This statement was quoted by Sundar Pichai. Now, if you see the current CEO of Google, a graduate from IIT Kharagpur, he is saying that any kind of children, any kind of student from any village from India can become the CEO of Google. That depends upon you, how you are presenting your profile in front of the people, right? How you are presenting yourself. Students makes it. It's not about ABC college. It's all about students. If students is not performing well, if students are not participating in these activities, project-based learning, if they are not publishing patents and project-based learning approach, obviously from where we will be getting ideas and patents, new ideas? Obviously IITs, because they have the resources. See guys, I was not having any resources. I will share my resume as well after this slide, and you will get to know how my journey of college went and why I'm strongly standing and why your college management invited me today for this IEEE annual day. The last one is Elsewhere. Elsewhere is also one of the online platform, journal platform where you can learn, where you can explore free research papers and journals. Let me just give you that link. Yeah, there you go. That's Elsewhere. So this is all about in-depth research survey. Okay, just if you have any queries during the slides, please feel free to put into the comment box. We will be taking in the end. Don't feel shy, please. If you become shy today, it will be a shy enough for you next day. So please don't become shy today. You have a golden opportunity to interact with the people like me and faculty members on the call. So you're going to learn new things, right? We are devoting some time on weekends morning. I am also here out of my office schedule. Today is no office for me, weekend, Saturday, Sunday off. But I am giving my time and I am giving my energy here to tell you something. So better to take something new, good things today, right? Next part, prototype development, which is very important. And whenever, like every student loves to jump onto this particular step rather than like skipping all periods. No. You don't need to skip those steps. Those are also very important. If you don't know about your idea, how are you going to step onto the prototype development directly? If you don't know about your technologies, what are you going to use? How you can step directly onto prototype development, right? So this is my technique, divide and innovate together. If you have a team working, learn from each other and cross question so that new things can be discovered. If I say, hey Bhavna, you are doing this wrong. Do you have another kind of technique, how we can use this machine learning model for image processing? Then she will cross question me. See, Ramnik, we have this thing, we have this module in Python. We can use this. And I will cross a question again. See, I have explored GitHub. So these are having all modules which we can use for image processing. Nice. We are learning each other, right? We were learning from each other. So we got to know new things that, yeah, the things what I was not aware, Bhavna got to know, and what Bhavna was not aware, like, yeah, vice versa, right? We are getting cross-learning each other. So that's how new things can be discovered. The second thing, when you are doing a project, even if you are in first year, this applies to all. And the same presentation I gave to school students as well. And you know, after that presentation, I got 5 projects out of those school students. And in 5 teams, actually. So these are the things we need to learn from our juniors, right? From our school juniors. So they are more enthusiastic, they are more motivated, right? This is what actually stands me so energetic today also, to learn something new from students and to develop new projects for the society, right? Because we are the engineers. Where these engineers' inventions come? This is not like, oh yeah, you are now a scientist in IBM or somewhere, you will invent some. No, you are in a college, you have the resources, you have the faculty members, you have the internet. Go ahead, develop a software. Talk with your college, talk with the deployment where you want to deploy that software. If they are not allowing, if it is a government organization or If it is a private organization, they are not deploying, they are not agreeing to deploy you there. Fine, that's your own project. Develop it, save at your hand, and present in a resume. Companies will be astonished and they will be amazed. Oh my goodness! In your first year, they developed this software. Wow, we haven't came through this model. And I will let you know one story. There was one third year senior of mine, and now when I was in my first year, he was in his third year, and a faculty member like under whom I was same working, and that was she was the guide to that person as well. Now you know where he is. He is currently working in Microsoft R&D department, Bangalore, and I will tell you the story how he got there. There was one minor project he was working in his third year, and when he was interviewed in Microsoft for a software development engineer role, the company was really enthusiastic to see the patent and the project work, what he has done. And after 1 month of hiring, like after he got into the company and he started working, after 1 or 2 months, he got a opportunity from Microsoft R&D department that, yeah, hey, you really worked a lot in your college and you have done this Python based compiler thing, because at that time it was around, when I would say it was around 2015 or yeah, it was 2015 for me when I was my first year, and he was in third year that time, and maybe 2016 was the time when these patent based compilers were not out. Like, you know, like online examination happened, right? You used to have online compiler where you used to code and it goes run there. That was not there before, actually. That was invented by someone in the companies, right? Someone engineers like us all in the colleges. So that was one of the concepts which he brings. And after seeing the concept of it overall, Microsoft decided to take him from Microsoft software development team to the R&D department. From third year project. Now you see, this is what companies are looking forward. In today's COVID time lockdown period, if you are being interviewed, I've been recently interviewed in Amazon last December. So I know the things what they are looking forward, right? Amazon company, like big company, or maybe taking an example of Microsoft or Google or any other company, they are not looking for the skills, technical skills or academic skills that you are already holding. They are looking for the projects. They are looking for the patents. What you have already done using those academic skills in your college time. They will be like, "Arey Baba, this is a stupid guy. He has devoted 4 years in his college and he haven't never developed the software." What it is? 4 years, very crucial, man. 4 years. You are devoting 4 years of your life into something which need to be very much enthusiastic and need to be very motivated, where you need to develop new projects for your society. That's what speaks, right? Coming back to the second part. So when you're working in a team, use collaborative platform like GitHub, Claro, Microsoft Project for project management. So you can know that which team member is working on which module, so that rework won't happen. If I say I'm working on image processing module, the Bhavna is also working on the same. Now this will be a clash, right? And after one day we will be fighting each other. Oh, this is my model, this is my, no, it's not like that. You have to use collaborative platform, so that you must be aware that, yeah, Bhavna is working on this, so I should not work on that model, so that it will save our time and energy. The third, be a lifelong learner and curious to solve problems, to see them in the form of opportunity. I always see that. Today in the lockdown, today, like if you see, I don't know Hyderabadi language. I don't know Urdu. I don't know like proper South Indian language. So I was thinking of a solution, how it could be if I can bring up a plugin or a browser plugin. Whenever someone opens WebEx or Google Meet onto the browser, I can bring a Google Translator into the bottom. If I'm speaking in English and the other person is comfortable in Hindi, Urdu or Tamil or any other language, so he or she can select the language and my English will be translated onto his or her screen into his or her language. How innovative idea it is, right? No one has implemented so far. So that's an idea I am throwing off to you all, right? If you have some solution out of it, please contact me. I will be helping you guys. So, and connect with your faculty, obviously. They are the local pillars, foundation pillars, which can help you out. So these are the points which you can learn about prototype development. On the right side screen, you can see the sections of research paper, methodology, pros and cons, results, conclusion, references. Research paper done. In 2 slides, you have done your research paper. How simple a research paper is, right? All the awareness you need to get. Awareness is not there. The thing is, like, when I was in my first year, my first research paper was published in my 12th class. I published my first paper after my 12th class when I was waiting for my results. Why? Because my campus started in August 2015, and my friend who got admission in IIT Roorkee in engineering physics, that's also a different story. Now he is working in a software development firm. I was like, why you did engineering physics and you want to become a software developer? And I was like, I was not having any support in IIT Roorkee. He is not having any software development support in IIT Roorkee. Now you can see IIT NIT doesn't stand anywhere if you don't have the interest to do something. So I called him. His campus started in July, 1 month before. So I called him, dude, I want to know about research paper writing. I got to know that, yeah, I got admitted in IIT. So as an IIT brand, maybe all the students are working on research paper by default. So can you tell me more about after talking to one of the professors there? So he mentioned, okay, I will come back to you. He talked with one of the professor and he came back to me because in my 10th, 11th, 12th class, what my hobby was when I was having free period, I used to go into my library to read some of the magazines like Electronics for You, Digit or something, so that I can get to know what's going on in my technology domain. Because I was not knowing about my domain, I was just exploring what are the different fields lies in computer science department. So he told me that Ramnik, it's just a simple English paragraph form. You just need to make 5 to 6 pages of your idea. That's all. I was like, wow, that's simple. That was a really simple idea. I published my first research paper after my 12th, before my college, in Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. There was one local publisher. I was not having any knowledge what conferences and all those about. When I got into my first year, then I got to know under one of the professor. I published my paper, and it was like professors from Japan, Africa, Iraq, India. They were sitting in the auditorium in front of me in the auditorium. There was a long auditorium, and I was only the 12th student guy presenting a research paper in front of those guys. So you understand the anchor, right? You understand the environment, what it was. So this is how you're gonna self-motivate yourself. It's very simple. I will let you know about how to develop a research paper as well. Let me just give you a link there. Do we have IEEE members here on the call? Can I see yes, no, yes, no, yes, no? Are you an IEEE member? Can you just drop yes, no, yes, no, yes, no in the chat window? Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Who else? Only 5 to 10 people? If you are not, you can just drop no. Okay. Yeah. Who else? We have 43 people on the call and we got only 15 responses. Come on. It's a very simple question. Yes or no? You are an IEEE member or not? Okay. Yes, no, no, yes, no. Okay. No. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Fine. So I want to know from IEEE members here on the call. Are you aware about IEEE Author Center? Just type no, yes, no, yes, no in the chat window. Are you aware about IEEE Author Center? There you go. That's the stats. Now the awareness is like we need to get awareness about it, right? The thing is, we need to get the awareness about the things happening around us. Here you go. IEEE Author Center is one of my favorite platforms. And I guess A lot of professors may be using it, and a lot of research scholars are using it. In this portal, you can get step-to-step guidance, how to develop a research paper, how to write a research paper completely. What are the English grammatical mistakes you need to take care of? What are the ethics you need to take care of? Because there's a saying, right? Plagiarism. So you need not to use Control C and Control V while writing your research paper. So all the tips, all the top tips and all the process is there on the IEEE Author Center. So from there, you can learn about writing a research paper. Perfect. That's the point. Shall I tell my idea to my faculty member? Shall I tell my idea to my team member or not? How to secure your idea? There was one idea we guess we throw down in the chat window. Let me see. I have an idea to generate electricity by harvesting lightning energy by Vineet. So this is the thing. Students are not so much confident to share their idea in the public forum, right? I will tell you why it is important, why it is not important. See, when you are working on a research paper, it's very common. You just smartly play. When you want to ask some suggestion from any faculty, okay, just ask in a very diplomatic way. Ma'am, I'm working on this idea. Let's say an example, this person is coming and this is what's going on. So what do you think about this idea? Is it good? So she won't be asking you how you're going to implement it. She will tell you the loopholes of it, right? So you need to be very smart to tell your idea in the public, right? So these are the different things. These are the three ways. Research paper writing, which I already told you. There are different IEEE Author Center, LedX is there, Springer is there, Elsewhere is there, and a lot of other resources are there, right? Where you can actually publish research paper. LedX is a software where you can write research paper, right? If you are a CSC guy and you are likely able to do programming, so LedX is kind of a programming writing tool, okay? Patent or copyright. Now there's a thing. Now students are confused, like, shall I publish a patent or shall I go for research paper? See, I would say if you have a detailed structure of your idea, better to go with a patent, right? Because you have a detailed technical requirements and technical aspect of it. If you don't have such, you have an overview of the algorithm or you have a proposed idea, go with research paper, simple. Okay. So how to publish patents? You can visit our Intellectual Property India website and how to find other patents, because if you are writing a papers, you have to explore other papers for research survey. In patent, the similar way goes up. If you want to publish a patent, you have to explore different patents on that particular idea. So how are you going to explore and read other patents? Go into these sites, Google Patents, IP India, USPTO, and Europe Patent Office. It's very common to say that what industries are doing and what is the standard. When you want to publish a patent and you want to secure your whole idea, so you need to publish your patent in 3 offices mainly: India, Europe, and US. If you are securing your idea in these 3 offices, obviously your idea is completely secure across the globe. No one gonna copy it, right? So yeah, that's about publication. That's how you can secure your idea. With that, before that, I would like to share my resume so that I can let you know, guys. I have a different public profile so that you guys won't copy my PAN card details, passport details. So I have a separate PDF file for it, which I can use for public forum. Let me just have a look. Okay. Anyone aware about IEEE Resume Lab? Can anyone tell me yes, no, yes, no? Aware about IEEE Resume Lab? Okay. Anyone aware? Maybe if you belong to if you are in your college or you are a faculty and you were there, like you were exploring about IEEE in At what time? Before 2019. So yeah, you must be aware about it. Anyone aware about IEEE Resume Lab? No? Okay. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I can't share the link of it because it's already shut down from IEEE itself. So you can't use it anymore. But I used when I was in my final year, and you can see the output here. Let me just make a full screen. Perfect. Okay. So this is a typical model, typical format of IEEE resume. So IEEE Resume Lab is one of the wonderful one of the wonderful portals which I used. I was interviewed for Wipro in January 2019. Yeah, it was my final year going on, and I was doing a job in Pallor as well because I got placed in off campus. So that was a scenario, and before it was 10th January 2019 actually, the Saturday, and before one day, 9th January in the night. I was exploring IEEE Resume Lab anyhow because I developed my resume from there only. There are a lot of opportunities there. You can have a mock interview practice. Bundle of common questions. Tell me about yourself. What are your strengths and weaknesses? All kind of common questions were there on that mock interview platform. The second thing, you can have your own portfolio, IEEE portfolio, right? You can develop and you can upload your mark sheet there so that you can provide the link of them. So that was their public website. So you can develop your own IEEE website there. So that was one of the options. So that was a wonderful tool. I practice about my Wipro interview there itself, and it was nice portal. So this resume is our outcome of that only. Now I will tell you like how to develop a proper resume and how to work on the profile, like how I use the benefit of project-based learning. So on the top, you can see on the left-hand side, I have my IEEE member ID, address, contact number, and blah, blah, blah. On the right-hand side, I have my education details. Now you will say, oh, sir, why you haven't mentioned a separate section for education details? That's what common people used to see in cyber cafe, I would say, because this is one of the trending word I used to do. Because when I was just going and I was like devoting some time in my connected cyber cafe. There was one professor, and her husband's cyber cafe it was, and I used to spend some time in my free days there to learn about how to serve net and all those things. So people comes and people say, make a resume for us. That was a cyber cafe's typical resume format. If you see online or on canva.com or somewhere, you will find education details on the top, and on the top you will see an objective line. I would like to become an enthusiastic and motivational person for your industry. Arey Baba, you are not going to give a TED talk. This is your resume. You don't want that objective statement at all. Obviously, not the education details. This resume I took to SAP Labs, one of the biggest cloud company. I interviewed myself there. Infosys, TCS, Wipro, obviously, now the Amazon. Now these people, guys, like were amazed to see, like the first question before telling me about yourself was, what is this? They're like, after seeing this particular format, they were like, what is this? And I was like, this is IEEE resume. I'm an IEEE member since my second year. So this is a resume. Where's your education details? They can't even see the education details on the right top. And I was like, why do you want that? Right? From the HR point of view, I'm in my final year. I have cleared your online assessment. I have cleared my background check. I've done with all the steps, and I'm sitting in front of you for the interview. Why you want my education details now? It's just eligibility to sit into the interview room. Rest my all works and projects works, right? That speaks. Then in the top 25% of your resume, you should include your profile summary, right? Not kind of like father name and date of birth, blah, blah, blah. No, companies are not looking for your father's name, mother's name, and all those things. They're looking for the things what you have been accomplished, right? What are the things you have been working so far? So from the bottom to the top, you can just, from the bottom, you start with your past accomplishment, And on the top, you come to the recent one, right? You see brand ambassador, impact creator. These are the things like what is the main position. That's why I mentioned in the bottom. Then the first, when I was in my second year, I became my chairperson, technical lead. Now I am serving as a program lead at Computer Society Global Team. Then I have hosted around 60 plus webinars and workshops, including this domain, that gives the HR a point of view that I'm good in presentation skills and communication skills. Then I mentioned about my volunteering in all the major events. So that makes HR to know that I am very good in event management. So if company want to organize an event, I am the best person to handle it, right? Then I told about my patents, my book, and my research papers, and what were the publishers, what they have published, like where I published those papers. Then I mentioned about my research assistantship. This was my third year. And I know many of the colleges across the India are saying like, in third year, we need to do internship. Arey Baba, why to waste your time and energy in some other idea, right? Make your own project. Make your own project. That's what I'm here to tell you today, right? Sorry. So I think like doing a research assistantship in my third year, it was a very wonderful idea for me because I got to know about my research domain because I want to pursue for my master's and doctorate degree ahead. So I got to know about it. So that I mentioned. Then I mentioned about my reviewer responsibility. Then I mentioned about my working group at the IEEE Standard Association as a part of Wipro. Then I mentioned about my Adult Innovation Mission. You see, I mentioned about the date and months there. December 2022 present, January 2022 present. Wherever possible, I mentioned my schedule as well. Then currently I am serving as a project engineer, right? So if you scroll down, you can see I am an active member of these communities, NGOs and all professional organizations. Now it comes to the part which is very much important. Now, you guys will be saying, okay, sir, we have eliminated education details from the top. Now why you have mentioned project directly? Arey Baba, that's necessary. Industries are looking forward to your projects directly. They are not there to waste your time, right? And we are not here to waste their time. They are consuming their time. They are taking out some time to interview us. You should be thankful for that, right? How? You need to be very crisp in your resume. You need to mention your project directly on the top so that they can come on the point very directly. Now you see the projects. Vishaka, the last project, August 2016 to August 2016, that was like 15 days I finished it. So that was one of the campaign in my first year. My college professor used to say that Indian government is bringing a digital Indian campaign in 2014. And in around 2016 or 2015, it was made compulsory to do the transaction online using Beam UPI, right? And Paytm. So government mentioned that give the duties to the college students to visit nearby shopkeepers to tell them how to do the payment using Paytm, using Beam UPI, and get the feedback out of them. I was like, okay, perfect, nice job, not a problem. So I went, I see my people, like my college mates, what they were doing. They were just taking a pen and paper and they were writing their name, father name, address, and all, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why they are doing such paperwork? If we are doing the volunteering for Digital India and you are using paper and work again, what's the matter of it? So as I mentioned, I got to know about Java software development in my 11, 12. I developed the software for me. I developed the software with a simple form. I mentioned the details. I clicked on take pic. So I took a pic with me and the shopkeeper, and I stored that database and gave back to my college. And it was shooted out to the government of India. So this is how the innovation comes, right? You see the problem, you innovate. That's fine. The other one, HMR item digital library, I talked about. Check time attendance system, that was one of the problem in my college, that teachers were not able to mark the attendance. They were bringing a long registers to mark the attendance. And I was like, this is not going to happen. So I developed a Wi-Fi module and a fingerprint scanner. So that was established in the gate of the class. Whenever a student comes, it scans according to the timetable and you get into the class. Fine. And if you get out now, you can't actually get out, right? You will be very smarter, right? you will be getting the fingerprint of other. Obviously, you can't take the thumb of other person and get the attendance in a very fake way. No, not at all. So that was the check time attendance system that I developed for my college in my second year. Aadhaar transport on the right bottom, you can see that was my second year research paper, which I talked about. Bus station, I was standing for a ticket counter. So I developed the software for that. Now this is a patent. So don't try to steal my ideas from this resume, not at all. All ideas are secure. Okay. The other one, AIR accounts manager. That was a nice story. I would like to rephrase. I hope we have a time here. So I will wrap up in next 10 minutes. So that was my third year, and it was kind of like fifth semester. Yeah, my fifth semester going on, and my examination was going on in my college. That was my last examination by chance, and I belong to computer science department, and the HOD of electronics department called me up. And because I developed software for my college in my first year, so I was a popular guy in my college. Oh yeah, this is the guy for computer department that he developed software for the people. So the HOD of electronics department called me up and he told, okay, Ramnik, you come back onto the top level and we will talk. I want to make you to talk with someone. And he handed over the phone to me and he mentioned, this is the director of All India Radio. And I was like, sorry, sir, this is the director of All India Radio. He is my friend. And I was like, okay, so let's see what we're going to get opportunity. So I had a call with the director, sir, of the All India Radio office, New Delhi. And fortunately, the campus of All India Radio is actually in front of my college itself. So he mentioned, Ramnik, I want a student from computer science department who can develop a software for our accounts department. And I was like, yeah, that's a good opportunity. No one could get it. Even if see, now the scenario, if I was not developing a digital library software in my first year, I wouldn't be getting this opportunity in my third year, right? So that's how the past actually connects with your present to build your future, right? Connecting dots. So, and he mentioned, okay, come to the office. I will make you to talk with the accounts department officer. And that was around 60 to 70 years old people. You can imagine, right? Old age people, like 60 people, 60 plus years people. They were sitting. I was sitting besides of director of All India Radio, and 5 to 6 people from accounts department was sitting in front of me. And I was able to grab the idea what they are trying to say, what I want to develop. I presented my idea. I presented my past project so that they can get an idea what I'm going to develop. So that's in the nutshell, I'm trying to say you, project-based learning approach is one of the important things which our engineers, which our engineering students from India can bring students onto that level. So that industries won't ask you to speak. Your resume will speak automatically, right? Coming to the next HMRI feedback book, that was one of the projects which I guided to one of the junior. Then future of technology, roti, kapda, makan, and network. Now, if you know Hindi, let me translate for you. Roti means food, kapda, cloth, and makan, shelter. So that's a very good saying that a human need 3 necessary things. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. I translated. Food, shelter, and cloth. These are the 3 necessary things that a human being require for a sustainable life, right? So this was my minor project, future of technology, roti, kapda, makan, and network. Because if you see, in the morning you wake up, how many of you have checked WhatsApp today in the morning after waking up? How many of you check your mobile after just waking up in the morning? How many of you check it? I always do that. How many of you check your mobile? There you go. I have seen a lot of raised hand. Yeah. Perfect. So see, network, internet is very much important, right? Very much necessary part of human. That's why that was my minor project in my third year. So I presented about optical fiber communication. Then I developed a software in my final major project, Cloud Connect. That was a software to be used for my third year minor project, right? And these are the 2 projects which I have been worked in Wipro. Then going down, Now you see the publications. That is very much important. Okay, now I will tell you the real part. When I started my research paper writing. So from the bottom, you can see Robocom. That was my 12th year research paper. Oh, 12th class research paper, sorry. So from the bottom to the top, let me say you, this one, Smriti Bhardwaj Yojana Access, right? This was my last paper of my college. About that, all papers were published when I was in my Wipro. Not as a part of Wipro, but individual level. Today also, I am doing a lot of stuff on my own individual level. I used to design, I used to write research paper, and I used to submit it because for my master it's very necessary. Now you will be saying, so we don't need to use like we are. I'm not dedicated to go for master. Why is it necessary for me? See, if I say you develop the software, okay, you develop the project for you yourself for the society. How you can make it very evident that this is a very published and secured idea. Do you have a documentation of it? No. You have a project report, right? Which you submit in your practicals. No, that won't work in industry at all. So the industry is you have to work on a research paper. Whatever the projects I have done in my BTech or right now I am doing, all the projects you will see, all the projects are published research papers. All the ideas are secure, right? So whenever you do a project, you have to publish a research paper and a patent. It's compulsory. It depends upon you. Then you can see my book, IEEE USA. Then you can see my patent on the top. Then you go down. Now as a part of IEEE Impact Creator, that's one of the public visibility program. Let me just share you with that. If you are not aware about it, you can go ahead. IEEE Transmitter. So IEEE Transmitter is a program where you get to know what experts, what experienced people think in their domain, what is going on. So as an impact creator, it's a position in IEEE Transmitter, which you get from IEEE team itself as a surprise gift. So I got that in January 2020, yeah, when I returned back from Bangalore to North India. So I got a call from one of the random guy. He was like, "Am I talking to Ramnik?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "We are following you on our social media." And I was like, "Oh, are you like following me? Okay, fine. What else? Like I belong to public visibility team of IEEE, and we would like to invite you to become an IEEE impact creator." See the title itself, IEEE Impact Creator. So the person who creates impact. So I was like, okay, that's a kind of very big position, but let me see the opportunity how I can contribute. So he mentioned, okay, you share me the profile, I will share you the mail properly. And with that, you need to contribute articles in a lot of IEEE magazines, like a lot of IEEE public transmitter program, and a lot of other third-party media magazines. Now you see, I used to read those magazines in my 10, 12, in my library. Today, I'm publishing articles for those magazines for free. So these are the opportunities that bring automatically when you have a very strong profile, when you have such research papers and patents, and when you have such like webinars going on and you try to volunteer, right? These are the benefits of IEEE, PVN model of IEEE. If you search Google, PVN model of IEEE, you will get my article on the top. That's one of the articles which I wrote. You can see here, PVN model, the buzzwords of IEEE. So these all are my articles. You can mention that. Then you come to my trainings and certification, right? So from the past to the present, you mention all about your awards, certifications, and all what you get. Then the professional membership. So I mentioned in a very crisp way what are the different responsibilities I got in IEEE and non-IEEE platforms as well. Then in the last, skills. No one wants to see your skills. They want you to speak about yourself, right? So this is what is a typical IEEE resume format. I hope you liked it, and not the percentage and not all the styling and not the like the things what I shared with you. So with that, let me just come up with the slides back. One second. Yeah, so that's all about me. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for listening me. That was really nice, and now we are open for the queries. Please go ahead. Let me just share my IEEE USA book. Now, if the organizer are IEEE members, so you can download that book from IEEE USA link, which I am going to give you, and you can spread out to all the participants and the students who have joined us today. So yeah, open floor for the queries now. Over to you, Bhavna. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir, on behalf of the students, Bhavana and others, and before you people, I wanted to give my remarks. Really, it's wonderful, Ramnik sir. So, like, even though, I mean, these many years being as a counselor or being, what do you say, involving with the student activities, but some of the points, even I too don't know, and from your session, I am able to get it. Really, very good and wonderful session. Yeah, Bhavana, please, Bhavana or Viharika, give the concluding remarks, ma.
Thank you so much, Parvati ma'am. I would say like it's my habit whenever I visit somewhere, even if it is online or offline. That was some golden days when we used to conduct offline day event. I visited Andhra Pradesh when I was in Bangalore for my Wipro job. So they invited me, and it was nice interaction because I think like the awareness comes up when we collaboratively come onto one platform and we share some new information. And today also I learned, and I would like to learn from everyone on the call. Before thank you remarks, if we have 10 to 5 minutes, we can take some queries from students if that's comfortable. Bhavna, Parvati ma'am.
Yeah, students or the participants, you can put forth some questions if you have and uh, get more clarity on any topic.
See, a very strong remark. I won't accept your LinkedIn request. I've shared my LinkedIn profile in the chat window if you don't ask any question today. So you need to ask some questions. Then only I can remember your name. Yes, if you have any kind of query, any kind of thing, like onto that topic, idea to product, how to begin your journey in your career. If you are in a final year, what are the things you want to know about industry? Because I am an industry professional, so I can help you to answer those queries as well. Go ahead. And please don't ask me for the referral in Amazon or Wipro. That's not one of the good thing. You should be so much capable that without referral, you are getting into those companies. That makes you stand something good. Yeah. Go ahead, guys. Please be comfortable. And please come on the camera. I am not able to see the faces. Let me just unpresent my screen. Yeah. Now I hope only 3 people are there and they are the organizer. Guys, please have some shame. Please come on the camera, guys. Don't be so much shy.
All the
We are humans.
participants, unmute your videos and you can interactive. Whatever the session, you can give some remarks also. Not only like even you need not to put a question. Otherwise, you can put a remark also. Whatever you're feeling with the session or.
So
Or if
how
you
do you
wanted to.
think like the IEEE helped you in college with getting new ideas and all that? IEEE helped you.
No, I didn't get you. Can you please
How did
explain?
IEEE did you get any like very good advantage with the IEEE to develop something?
Okay, that's nice question, and I would say like, see, there are a lot of opportunities in IEEE. When you give your $27, I guess that's the only fees, student membership fees, which you give annually. I was very much into this part. Why should I give $27 to IEEE? What are the different benefits I can take? During the course of my second year until date, right now, I am in IEEE, and this is my 5th year going on. I'm only in IEEE for 5 years only, and the journey still continues. There are a lot of things. IEEE site is there, IEEE hack is there, right? These are the communities which helps you to develop software and get the funding support from IEEE for free. Just you need to show that you are a capable candidate. for developing a software for the society, developing a website, developing a kind of, not a website or a software, basically a kind of hardware project, right? You can visit their website site, SIGHT, or HAC, HAC, Humanitarian Activity Committee. And there are a lot of like global opportunity. They see today in industry, what industry want? Industry want your soft skills. Industry want your leadership skills. Where you will get it, right? Today you are moderating this session. You have the capability to speak. You have the capability to communicate well. Companies are looking for this. Companies are looking for the candidates who can communicate very frequently, very smoothly, very comfortably with the clients, right? If you are a developer and if you want to explain a feature, how it works to the client, how are you going to do it? Through call, right? Through face-to-face interview. These are the skills which you automatically get from IEEE. And from second year, I'm getting a lot of it. On the global opportunities level, like you are not limited to this student branch. I know many of the final year students are having this doubt. Are Baba, why should we join IEEE after my final year? There's no use. I am in my 5th year. I am in I have devoted 2 years in industry. I have been still an IEEE member. Why? Because maybe I am getting something, right? Maybe I am getting some lot of opportunities on the leadership global level. You are not limited to India Council. You are not limited to Region 10. Not at all. The sky is open. You have to explore a lot of global opportunity. You have to explore. There's one portal I would like to share with all of you, which will be very helpful for all of you. All of the people who want to join IEEE or who have already been IEEE. Volunteer.ieee.org. That's a recent portal IEEE Young Professionals team has started. Make your profile there, start logging, check out the global opportunities of volunteering which are there, right? Apply for it. Mail the candidate, mail the person who have posted that opportunity. This is a very wonderful tool. I really liked it. And I got one opportunity from Computer Society on this only, right? So this is the thing. IEEE help you a lot of things. PVN is actually one of the model: participation, volunteering, and networking. These 3 things rolls out together. If you today, see, if you all guys are participating today and you are getting volunteering opportunity next, if I say, let's say an example, a random name, Ritvik, let's say 309 Ritvik. Ritvik is not an IEEE member today. Okay. And after participating in today's IEEE annual day, he got excited about it. And he contacts with the chair or the branch counselor, ma'am, that, yeah, ma'am, I want to join IEEE. How I can go ahead, right? He got to know about it, right? He participated today. He networked with me. He got to know about me. He got to know about the organizing committee of this student branch, right? And in the next phase, next month maybe, when he joins IEEE, he can get volunteering opportunity in the student branch activities. Vice chair position, secretary, webmaster. What is this? These are the positions. These are the leadership positions you are holding. You have a responsibility for it, right? And this is what industries are looking forward. If they give you some position, they want the outcome from it, right? And you learn about those things. Okay, let's. I hope that answers you, Bhavna.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Are you currently working? No, it's already completed. It's patented idea, Vinith. Don't try to steal that idea again. It's patented. You can't steal it now. Vaishnavi, can we research on the topic which is already existing, or should we have? Yeah, that's what I mentioned in the starting. Project-based learning is all about researching on something existing and developing something new, right? The taxi idea was already being established by Ola. Why Uber came back? Because Uber came back with some of the cashback features and all those things. So that's an idea, right? Already existing idea, and that Uber company brought out some new features. What is the one thing you can say to a BTech student from your BTech experience? That's a very difficult question, I guess. There's not a one thing. There's a lot of things. But just one thing which I got to learn from one of my music teacher from my school days when I was going to pass out from my 12th class. That music teacher, because I was very active into music and singing during my school days, that music teacher told me one thing, which is very common, you all know this, but in a very deep sense. Ramnik, wherever you go over the, after the past 12th class, there's only one thing which keeps you motivated. Nothing is impossible. And it's a very common sentence, right? It's a very, you all have heard about it. Nothing is impossible. Do we really strongly believe on that point? I don't think so. In our BTech time, we all say, oh, we are having wings, we will do this stuff, we will do this West stuff and all the stuff, we will do smoking and all those things. Not at all. Like in North India, if I say, I know you all are like very passionate and very disciplined guy, but in North India, like kind of situation is very different. People in villages and people in like kind of from backward area, they come into cities and do some bad stuff, and a lot of other bad things are going on. So people think in that way, that after getting into BTech, we have a very free wings. Now we need not to study. Are Baba, this is the time we need to study a lot. So I think at every single phase of your time in BTech, don't think that it is impossible. Because impossible word itself said, I am impossible, right? You have to think in that possible way. Because the problems already exist, right? Today we talked a lot about problem statements and project-based learning. What you came to know about it? You have a problem. Maybe you have stepped out of the problem. No, don't step out. Maybe that's impossible to implement, but it's not like, maybe it's not possible to implement, but it's not impossible. You can explore more research papers, you can learn more about it, and you can make it possible, right? So I would say nothing is impossible is one of the things which I should give you to all out of this today's talk. And at every step you need to take care of it, because every time we will get like, one of my friend was there in Infosys and he got rejection, and after for 1 week he didn't eat, he didn't drink water. And I was like, what happening? But why you are depressed? It's Infosys only. And he was like, no, brother, Infosys was my dream company and blah, blah, blah. Are Baba, Infosys was your dream company, but health is also there, no? So you have to think, there's no stop in anywhere. There's a lot of opportunities across the globe. You have to explore it. Infosys is not only the company which you have there, right? There are a lot of things which you can get. So that's all. If you have a lot of like other questions, you can ask me, or you can drop me on my mail. Thank you. That's my mail ID. You can go ahead. Oh no, over to you. I hope we can close it. Do we have something?
Question, sir.
What are the components makes it? I told you. Can anyone tell me what are the different components that makes resume difference? Obviously, you know. See, industries are looking for projects. Make your projects, own your projects. Don't wait for minor and major project timing. Make your own project from your first year. Okay? Count your projects on the resume. Make your patents, publish your research paper. That's the different components which make your resume different. And please don't go with the misconception which people are saying to you, that yeah, you will have 90%, then you will be selected in this company. That's a kind of very wrong thing. Don't go with those misconceptions, right? I have seen a person, senior, who have been back in 5 subjects, and he was having 70% aggregate in BTech. He got placed for a salary to $70,000 in Australia. A guy with 5 subject back with 75% got $70,000 salary annual in Australia. How is it possible from Delhi? Obviously, that's not possible, right? So, not possible. It's not impossible. It's not possible. So, you have to check it out how your resume makes it different according to you. Yeah, Bhavna.
So, thank you so much, sir. No, we have someone has messaged in the chat box.
Sorry, I can't help in that way. Yeah, you are a mechanical guy. You just explore some of the research papers, Vineet, onto the portals which I have shared with you. Talk with your faculty members. They will help. They will be the best person to help you out, right?
Yes, thank you so much, sir. You are really an impact creator for all of us. And the inputs you gave us, I think many of us are keeping that in mind, and we'll look forward to make new products, ideas And the thing you talked about IEEE, we didn't know all of that, and you've actually gave us nice insights about that. And congratulations for your Amazon job, sir. Now I would like to request Himaja of second ECE to give the word of thanks.
Honorable guest Sri Ramni Kalra, respected Principal Dr. Kevin Smita Ma'am, respected SB Counselor Dr. M. Parvati Ma'am, all the department HODs and the faculty members, all IEEE student members and my students. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's of eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by the team of very motivated and dedicated members of IEEE Student Branch of BVRT Hyderabad College of Engineering for Women, who know their job and do. I would like to thank the chief guest and the speaker of the day, Mr. Ramni Kalra, for enlightening us with their knowledge. Today's webinar was full and enriched with interesting things. It gave us deep insights into the topic and also revealed some interesting facts. The point where Ramni Kalra told us about the 5 Ws, choosing the right team and the prototype development was really informative. I'm pretty sure the previous knowledge that Mr. Ramni gave us will definitely help us in our studies and the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Himaja. Now I request everyone to stand for the national anthem.
Yeah, before our national anthem, thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. And the important point what sir said is the resume, how it make different with other resumes. That is the components like patent or publication, whatever it may be. So please follow that. Definitely, that is a good suggestion. Everyone, please. Okay, thank you so much, sir, on behalf of Student Branch IEEE. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And it was really nice to be here today in Hyderabad virtually. I hope like my Amazon job is gonna be in Hyderabad campus only. So hoping
very
so.
Good,
Once the lockdown opens, I will be visiting your college someday. So yeah, thank you so much
definitely
for the
sure. Welcome,
opportunity.
sir. Yeah, welcome. Most welcome. Thank
Thank
you,
you
sir.
so much.
Yeah, please continue, Viharika.
Yes, ma'am. I request everyone to stand for the national anthem, please.
Hope audio is not coming, Amma. Just check it out.
Thanks for everyone for making this event a grand success.
Thank you, everyone. Can we have a quick group pic?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It's an IEEE annual day. I have been like attending for the first time, so I would like to share with my circle as well.
Oh,
Guys,
thank you, sir.
can you
Thank
please?
you.
Yeah, can you please come on the camera?
Unmute everybody. Unmute your videos and yeah.
Please don't leave the meeting. It's totally fine. We all are wearing casuals. We know that we are working from home. It's totally fine. And we are not robots. We are humans. Okay? Just be sure. Don't be shy enough. Come on the camera, please.
I took pick from my side, sir. It's very wonderful. Yeah.
It's totally fine.
One more. Yeah,
I
one
can
more
also take
also,
it.
please. Yeah. One more.
No, like let the people
Vaishnavi,
come for me. Let the people
Vaishnavi,
come.
unmute your video, Nana.
Come on, guys. You are so shy. Yeah. I
Hi,
would
sir.
have said,
Vegan, sir. Yeah.
I would have told the same thing to school students, and they were like, quick, in 1 second. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Can we like make us some pause or something? I know elections are going in South India, but yeah, that's all
Yes,
fine.
yes.
We can have a week victory for IEEE annual day.
Okay. Good, sir.
Done, ma'am?
Yeah. Done, sir.
Perfect. Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you so much to IEEE Student Branch.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
It's
all.
it's really
Yeah.
it's always great to get back connected to Hyderabad section and other sections. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, sir, and wish you all the safe everybody, and we can disperse now, I think.